Oh, welcome back to another episode of Cats Out the Bag, Season 2, Episode 3. Today I have Kels back in the building.
Kells Bells.
How do you feel?
I feel great. This place is great.
It's good to be here.
It is. Couch is very fine leather. It's a nice leather.
Take a hit of this.
What is this?
Stressful.
It's a stress.
Crystal.
Huh? What?
Pull it down?
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
If we had the champagne.
If only we had a cocktail.
Yeah.
I made a suggestion earlier that Cat should be serving cocktails to the guests.
Cattails.
Cattails,
Wow.
if you will. Trademark that one.
I can't.
And we could put them right here.
With our crystals. So this week we're going to get into something that's really heating up. Vanderpump Rules. Tomorrow is episode 3 of the reunion.
Yeah, it's the finale. That's it.
And they're going to supposedly release some hot gossip.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things floating around. I don't know what it could be, but what do you think?
It's definitely not that she's pregnant. That's just wild. That's too much. It's. I think that was just something that the people on the internet ran with. I don't think it's going to be like this bomb that they're going to drop. Even though the producer did say that none of the cast knows yet, and they didn't want to pick up filming because they want to give them a chance to kind of digest this information once they find it out before going into filming.
Mm-hmm.
So that was interesting. I was thinking maybe it was that she slept with Schwartz or did more with Schwartz than anybody knows.
There's a couple of things coming out that they think she slept with Brock.
If she slept with Brock, just no.
While she was staying there. So
No.
that's one thing. Another thing that they're saying it could possibly be is that they were thinking of switching the filming to Tom Tom's or Sandy and Schwartz or whatever those restaurants are.
Right.
And that's why they think they're going to lose a bunch of people if they switch all the filming locations to those restaurants. Everyone that doesn't like Sandoval isn't going to be on the show anymore.
Instead of at Sir, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people were boycotting Schwartz and Standy's and the Yelp reviews. Did you read any of those?
Yes.
They were really great. But I think it's going to die down after this reunion is over. I don't think it's going to, it's like everything, it has its shelf life and then.
Another thing, that they're saying that for Brock and Sheena's wedding, she got her own, this is what I just looked up. She got her own hotel room there so that her and Tom could hook up at the hotel room.
Sick.
So they think that's going to come out in the thing too, because they think that's when one of the other castmates found out and they're not telling anyone.
Who do you think the castmate
I
found
don't
out
know.
is? I mean, that would just. I think maybe the people were saying that Lisa knew, and Lisa wrote.
She
and said
denied it.
She was like, absolutely not. But I don't think anybody else would know and not tell Ariana. I mean, Sheena knocked Rachel out.
Do we think she actually knocked her out?
I think she punched her. I do. I think when Sandoval was saying that he heard her saying that on the phone, I think she did punch her. And when she was trying to say, like, I can't make a fist, you're making a fist as you're saying you can't make a fist.
Yes.
Like, you clearly can make a fist. And you probably did punch her in the heat of the moment, which any good friend would do. I would have fucking knocked her out too. So, yeah, I do think she punched her, and I think it was justified. And her going and getting the order of protection was just like such a
typical Rachel
such
move.
a Rachel thing to do.
Such a Rachel move.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
The thing, I feel like you have to have, I mean, everybody in Hollywood cheats and shit. So, like, it's like a normal thing.
Right.
But, like, you got to have a pair of fucking balls to do it on such a public scale. Like, you want that
No,
much hate? You want that
it's
smoke?
not even like the public scale. It's with her best friend. That's where everyone is so appalled. Like, people cheat and shit happens, and you work it out or you don't. But when it's such a betrayal, and also like it was like getting to watch it in real time, because it was like watching with the secret that you knew and seeing it all unfold while they were sneaking around. It was like sick to watch it.
Her saying, so how is your sex life with him? Watching her cry at the fucking bar.
Sick. Like, you have to have a literal mental disorder to do the shit that she was doing and be that conniving and be like such a good friend with somebody and have like watching Ariana defend them was so cringy and heartbreaking at the same time. Like, you wanted to just shake her and be like, open your eyes, which Lala, I mean, maybe she was open to her eyes from Randall, but Lala was saying all along, they're fucking.
Yeah.
Like, from day one. And she was defending them, saying they would never do that to me. They're both my dear friend and my boyfriend. I trust them. And
It was fucking.
it was fucking.
If she's fucking pregnant and he's running around with his fucking nail polish on doing fucking cover bands across the fucking coasts.
Talk about cringe. I can't even watch the videos
His
of him.
performances make me want to fucking throw up. I mean, who are these people going?
I want to know.
I actually want to know who's buying tickets to
Like,
these
I
things.
want them to come forward and admit that they're going to these shows.
The girl rubbing his arm while he's on stage, he's like dripping sweat, and he's saying Swartzy's mom, and she's like, "Yeah, baby." Like, what are you?
Who are you? Who
sick?
raised you?
Yeah, what are you, fucking animal?
There are animals.
Ugh.
Like, sick people are going to these shows. Either that or they're going to, like, well, did you see? I sent you that thing today. 2 women showed up, like, outside his show with the big sign that said,
Pay your mom back.
Pay your mom back. Because she loaned him a shitload of money to open Schwartz and Sandy's. Which, like, don't they get paid a lot of money for this show? How do you
don't
not
get paid that much for reality
They've
TV?
been on it for 11 years. Like, how are you not getting enough money where you need to ask your mom to help you with investment?
He's spending it all on tours.
He's not even getting paid to tour. He's paying people.
He's paying people to come.
Where did when he came to Long Island, where was he performing?
I don't even know, but I'm sure it was Emporium.
I think it was like Bald Hill. No,
Oh, the fuck it wasn't. He wishes he was at Bald Hill.
I know. He couldn't even.
He
book
was
Bald Hill.
definitely at Stereo Garden.
Yeah, it was something like ridiculous like that.
Or like, what's the one out west?
The Westbury
Huntington
Theater,
thing?
like the
Yes.
Oh yeah, the Paramount.
The Paramount.
Do you know who did the Patchogue? Not Patchogue Theater. The one. What's the one that you just said? The Stereo Garden.
Who?
The Backstreet AJ McLean.
Oh yeah, I saw.
And I was like,
The day before the concert we
honey,
went to.
why are you doing the Stereo Garden though? You're a Backstreet Boy.
For his smoke.
Remember that one? Can we edit a clip in of him dressed in the women's clothes? Doing.
You want to know something? The song itself wasn't that great, but the video is amazing.
The video was
Because he's in tight with the Dancing with the Stars crew.
with Down with the Shits.
He's down with the shits.
Yeah, yeah. You know what inside these are all the best. This is when I need my drink, so I can go like this. Do your Vanderpump. Take your pink solo cup and do your Vanderpump. Oh, I like it. That was good.
I've been
Or
practicing that.
like Rachel still. I think she still has the serving try.
Yeah, because that's all she'll
Because
ever be.
bitch, you're still a server.
Yeah.
You're not even full cast, but now she's probably not even on the show anymore.
Yeah,
after
she's
this.
definitely out.
I don't know. They probably want them back desperately to continue this charade.
Saga.
But maybe after her
She's going to get a job at Tom and Sandy.
Schwartz and Sandy.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, that's where her tray will be from
He's
now.
going to be a bar boy.
Schwartz and Sandy's tray.
They will riot in the streets. They will. If she's
And guess who will be right there with them?
singing?
taking down Schwartz and Sanders. Me and the people, the moms that said Payback Tom's mom, we're going to be marching through the fucking streets of the Hollywood Hills if Rachel has anything to do with that restaurant.
No one will ever go there again.
Ever.
They'll burn it to the ground.
Poor Schwartzy. I mean, I know people hate him. I always loved him. He's just such a...
He's golden retriever energy.
Oh, don't even get me started on the golden retrievers.
He's the right kind of golden retriever energy.
Yeah, he's like as dumb as a dumb dog, but...
Did you see that people were selling the rainwater from Taylor Swift concert for $250 a jar?
Let me tell you something. 5 years ago, I went to Taylor Swift at MetLife. I was in the last row of the stadium, literal last row, last seat. It was pouring rain, and honestly, thankfully, I was in the last row because I had like a little bit of a thing over me, but it was miserable. Like, Taylor was great show. I'm not knocking Taylor. I don't want the Swifties to come for me. I am a Swiftie. But when you are at a show where it's pouring like that, it's just not enjoyable. You're soaking wet. Taylor's sloshing around. She's slipping, she's sliding. The dancers are fighting for their fucking lives on the stage.
Definitely.
We were just like, are they okay? And then for you to sit there with your water bottle and catch the rain droplets and then put that on eBay, like, this is what's wrong with the fucking world today.
People are actually buying it.
No,
that's what's wrong with the world today.
No, they're not. Show me the receipts.
There's a bidding war.
No, they're not.
They want the water and they want it now. Sidetrack from Taylor Swift, but we have an uncle once, and he used to take me to...
Wait, which uncle are you going to bring up?
He used to take me to the Golden Corral. And
Uncle Rabbit?
No, Uncle Tommy. And me and him, whenever I would go to visit or whatever, we'd always go to Golden Corral, right? Mm-hmm. So he would load all 15 of us up.
Right.
And he would pull out like Tupperwares and stuff, and he'd be like, we're going up. And he was like, load these fucking Tupperwares up. And when, for some reason, when I saw the girls selling the Tupperwares of Rain, like on the thing, I was like, fucking, my uncle would love this shit. The girls were literally loading up glass Tupperwares with the rainwater and selling them.
No, it's just, it's gone too far.
Did you see her performance with Ice Spice?
I did. I thought it was cute.
It was horrible. She did great. Ice Spice they just don't mesh.
They don't mesh.
I like them both on their own.
Separately. I completely agree. I just felt like it was a little... Well, did you see the video? The actual video?
Yeah.
Well, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
She's in her mood.
Ice Spice is just in a cloud. Sitting in a cloud. It was just...
buzzing around.
It was weird. I mean, I guess that was the whole point, but I didn't love any of it. I expected a lot more from them. You know, I expected the glitz and the glams and the Ice Spice coming in. It was just kind of like, okay.
Well,
like, remember that Kanye video where, like, Kim is on the back of his motorcycle and they're on a green screen?
And they're fucking?
Were they fucking on the motorcycle?
They sure were. I think Northie was conceived on that cycle.
It's the Northie cycle.
That's the North cycle. That's why they named her Northwest.
North Harley was
Harley was her original name, but it was too rugged.
North Harley West.
Did you see that Wendy Williams' son is reaching out for people to say, like, she needs help?
I thought it was her brother.
I saw most recently today that it was her son.
So I saw that she was estranged from Lil Kev. I was a Wendy fan. How you doing? Oh, that was like an Italian Wendy. How you doing?
How you doing?
That's
Italian.
Mine's like Italian Riviera Wendy, and yours is like Italian
Tony.
Mafia.
I'm Tony. I'm Tony Wendy.
Yeah, so I saw she was estranged from Lil Kev because he just got evicted from his Miami apartment.
It's not funny. I don't know why.
It's a little funny.
Mm.
But her brother was upset because she's filming a reality show right now. Did you know that?
Oh, no.
She's got a camera crew.
Oh, and
Oh,
they're getting juicy shit.
it's not even juicy. It's probably sad because she's sick,
She's sick.
mentally and physically. So for her to be doing a reality show, and this was the brother's whole point, was that you can't be filming somebody who's not in the right mental state. I mean, look at the Anna Nicole series. That was just
With when she's talking to the son.
she had a reality show too, and it was like a shit show, but it was like a train wreck. You can't stop watching it. And it's going to be the same thing with Wendy. I'm
Mhm.
sure she's doing it because she had some shit going on with her finances and her bank account was tied up or whatever. So she's trying to get some money. But have you seen any interviews with her? Oh, it's wild.
One of the last ones I saw, she just looked unhinged.
She said that she has Graves' disease, which messes with her eye, like the muscles in
Yeah.
her eyes, because she's always looking like this. But is it the muscles or is it
Something else.
something else? You know what I'm saying?
Something stronger.
Right. It might not be the muscles.
No. She's doing
So-
lines off her toes.
Exactly.
If you know
She's
what I
doing
mean.
tooties off her booties.
Exactly. She's tooting and she's booting. And it makes me sick.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Kim Cattrall.
Yeah.
She's coming back for the finale.
I know. Here's my thing with Kim Cattrall. I love Samantha. Who doesn't?
Hate Kim
I
Cattrall?
hate Kim Cattrall.
You're
As
a
a
Jessica.
person.
You're a Jessica girl.
100% all the way. Who isn't? I mean, I wonder what went down, but she just seems like such a lovely person. She's best friends with Andy Cohen, who I feel like is my best friend. And I just feel like everybody vouches for her that she's this great person, except for Kim Cattrall, who people say is kind of an asshole. And I feel like maybe she is an asshole. And she's coming back, but she won't film with Sarah Jessica.
Well, from what I read yesterday, she's only coming back for a 5-minute clip
Right.
on the phone.
Right. She's just going to do like a phone call so she doesn't have to actually be in the room with Sarah Jessica. So they'll be like talking on the phone. But it's like she's got her own show now, which I hope flops actually.
Wow. She's calling out Samantha.
Because you know what too? Like she had said like 5 or 10 years ago, like, I just want to age gracefully. Like I'm not going to do any Botox. I'm not going to do any of this. I'm not going to do that. And she clearly has done all of it. And now she's backtracking and saying like, well, as an actress, there wasn't really any roles for actresses over 50, so I had to do what I had to do. And like, yeah, that's what they all have to do. So don't knock people that are doing it,
Mhm.
and then backtrack and say, yeah, I actually got a facelift. So
And you could have stayed on Sex in the City,
right,
where
Right.
they all aged pretty well.
but you're a bitch. Well, no, Sarah Jessica doesn't look like she does any. Maybe
No,
not anything
that's
hard.
what I'm saying. That's
She's
a
not
natural.
hitting the Botox hard.
No,
And when she's not like in her role, she just goes gray.
she's a great girl.
Yeah. She doesn't look terrible, but she's not the Carrie that we once knew.
No.
And the new show, I mean, I could go on all day about that.
You hate it?
I don't know. I just feel like I understand like the whole wokeness and like trying to bring in all of these hot topics and hit, all these different things, but it was almost like too much.
Mm-hmm.
Like every new episode was like, now we're going to talk about this and now we're going to talk about, and it was like shoving it down your throat. Like I just felt like, can we just get like the funny,
Send them on a
like
vacation?
lighthearted,
Yeah.
some of the funny episodes that we used to have, it was just like so much of like seriousness that I was
Mhm.
just like, it kind of sucked. you
And
know?
just like that, I'm not watching anymore.
And just like that, we're done.
Imagine. And then we're signing off with Cats Out the Bag. Imagine. Do you know Jackie O?
So I don't know Jackie O, but I looked her up when you sent me the briefing, the podcast notes. And it's really tragic. It's horrible.
She got a Mommy and Me makeover.
I know. I
3
saw.
kids.
And she posted like right before she went in, her plastic surgeon posted like Jackie O is going in for a mommy makeover. And apparently she didn't die like on the operating table. They have in Miami, um, they're not hostels, they're like hotels, but after your plastic surgery. So if you go to like a legit plastic surgeon here, you go to a hospital.
Mm-hmm.
I know people that have done it. I've dabbled myself. You go to an actual hospital with nurses, doctors. You're all hooked up to your machines. They don't just like send you on your way. So in Miami, where it's much cheaper, you go to this sort of outpatient place. They do your surgery and then they send you to this like recovery hotel where a nurse will come in and check on you and you kind of stay there and whatever. But it's not a hospital.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what she did. And apparently, one of the nurses came in and she was unresponsive. And there's like a lot of things can happen after surgery, blood clots or whatever it was. And she passed away. And it's really sad. She has 3 young kids. Beautiful girl. She's only 32.
She's so pretty.
Yeah.
So
And
sad.
I never really watched Wild 'N Out, but I watched a couple clips, when I was researching it. And her husband seems really funny and nice. It's terrible.
It's terrible. Do you feel like women today are just striving to be perfect, or do you feel like when you have kids you lose a lot of yourself? And she did that, like people do it just to make themselves feel better.
Yeah, I think that the beauty standards for women in general, not just moms, but women in general, are just unrealistic. And now with social media, um, and filters and all of, Facetune, and I'm not gonna lie and say that I haven't used them myself because I
Mm-hmm.
have. Um, it just puts like this unrealistic, expectation on us of something that you can not really attain. And I think, I'm 40 and I have a group of girlfriends that are around my same age, and a lot of them are getting plastic surgery now. And, my grandmother got plastic surgery. She got a facelift at 60, and that was like really the age that people started doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's starting at like 40.
Yeah.
It's crazy because we have like this, this picture on social media or like the Kardashians. So I'm not knocking them. I like the Kardashians. Um, but where you have to like attain this body image, and it's just a lot. It's really it can be a very lonely and dark place for women.
Mm-hmm. It's very, I feel like, obviously working out and eating healthy and all that stuff, it works if you do it.
Yeah.
People have done it. I've done it. You've done it.
Hmm.
It definitely works, but who gives a fuck if girls want to go get their bodies done?
Right.
Obviously, if you have the money, go to a place where they're going to fucking take care of you.
Right. That's all I would say. I'm not against it, obviously. But if you're gonna do it, don't go to Miami. Um, because or to any of those doctors, or you hear of people going overseas, or did you hear about the people from North Carolina that went out to Mexico for mommy makeover and they ended up getting
Kidnapped?
kidnapped and
Yeah.
killed? Yeah. A
Yeah.
lot of people go to Mexico because it's a lot cheaper, but it's just really scary. I mean, not only scary that you're going to die, but scary that you're going to get kidnapped now too.
Yeah, that was
Wild.
I still can't believe you heard about the girl that got jumped by her friends in Mexico in the hotel. They got off, all of them.
How though?
I don't know.
Yeah, we need to research
We
that
need to
more.
do a full.
Because I did hear that she got into an argument with one of her girlfriends, but then I heard that it was alcohol poisoning, and or that I don't know.
Well, in the video, 3 of the friends are recording while the one girl beats the shit out of her.
Crazy.
So they beat her basically to death. Left her there, got on a plane, didn't tell anyone. Then the hotel found her
So her friends left her dead.
for dead.
Not for dead. They left her dead.
Yeah.
Wow. And they didn't get arrested. You know why? If you go to Mexico and you die, they don't give a shit. They don't want that on the news. They don't want any of that, to be like a murder in Mexico. They thrive on the tourist industry there. So any bad press or anything like that, like when Dominican Republic people were dying, they were saying that it's like it was the mini bar, the alcohol is poisoned. That was like they took a hard hit. I remember I went to Dominican Republic around that time and I was terrified. Thought I was going to die there.
Yeah.
So, if you're dying in Mexico or Dominican Republic, then God help
We'll
you.
never know.
It'll be dying of natural causes.
We'll never find you or your body. So I started a new segment that I do at the end of every podcast where it's questions to ask after the age of 25.
Okay. Well, I'm 24, so
Yeah, so you're basically there.
I'm almost there.
Um,
Why are you laughing so hard back there?
do you feel like you've acted in a way that your children would be proud of you?
Not always. I'm human, but for the most part, yeah. I don't think that you're ever gonna like be fully, you know, 100% somebody that somebody could be proud of. There's some days that I'm not proud of myself,
Mm-hmm.
but for the most part, I strive to be somebody that they would be proud of. I think I'm a good mom, but I also know, when to go have fun and have my own time for myself, get a little drunk, have a little fun. So,
Get
yeah,
a little risky.
get a little risque.
Do you feel like you often use negative language when referring to yourself?
Oh, ask my therapist. Yeah, that's actually something that I'm working on.
Me too.
In therapy.
Yeah.
And I think it goes back to what we said, just the unrealistic standards that there's for women. And I just personally am very hard on myself. I've always been like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm working on being kinder to myself and not, like I have no problem being nice to other people, but when it comes to myself, like I'll jump right on the negative,
Yeah.
almost too much. And it really can spiral into depression and anxiety. And if you don't, get it right away. So
Yeah.
that's something that I am working on.
I feel like the same way. Like I'll never do for myself the way I would for another person.
Right.
I'll
Exactly.
go over and
Mhm.
above and beyond for another person. For myself, I'll be like, oh, I'll leave it for tomorrow.
Right. Exactly.
And then tomorrow is a year from now, and then
Tomorrow never
you're
comes.
sitting in your bed and you're like, what the fuck am I doing?
Right. Right.
Started school so many years later,
Right.
doing too many things,
Mhm.
worrying about too much. Then just did it. Sometimes you just gotta pull the trigger. Oh my God, this is gonna be wild.
Good luck editing this.
Where do you think you feel the most comfortable and safe? In your husband's arms.
It's funny because my therapist also asked me this week, is there anybody that you don't feel safe around or comfortable around? And I was like, safe. And he said, like, where you don't feel like you can just be vulnerable and speak freely and you have to kind of watch what you say. And a couple people came to mind and he was like, those are toxic people in your life. And you need to really figure out where they fall in the priority of, in the line of where you prioritize people because they should be at the bottom or not in the list at all. And it made me really have to take a look at who I surround myself with and if they're making me feel like I can be myself. And if not, like, I don't really have time for it. Like I don't have a lot of time for my friends as it is or family. And if it's somebody that's not going to make me feel like I can be myself, then we're not hanging out.
Yeah, hit the fucking road.
The fucking road. See ya.
Do you feel like you take pride in your personal achievements the same way you would like your professional ones?
Personal achievements like what?
Losing a pound.
That's a loaded question for us.
It is.
We've
It
struggled with our
really
weight our
is.
whole life.
Our
So that's
whole
a
lives.
loaded question.
That's a whole topic on body dysmorphia.
Yeah.
We need the actual therapist to come
That's a
in.
deep, dark
Yeah.
road.
We're going to see this video and we're going to be like, we look like elephants. Darius lied to us. That son of a
Delete
bitch.
Delete it. Get the laptop and delete it.
Get me my neck tape. But it's a
No,
serious thing. And a
not.
lot of people think it's only for like skinny people that are like anorexic.
Mm-hmm.
It goes both ways.
Yeah. Eating disorders aren't just for skinny people. I did learn that recently because I just always associated an eating disorder with a skinny person. It's somebody that their relationship with food is not healthy. So if you eat something and you just, even if it's just like a cookie and then you're just killing yourself and feeling guilt about that, I'll do that sometimes. And that's not a healthy relationship. Or you'll do like binging and starving, like which we've done too.
Yeah.
That's an eating disorder. So once I learned like that I have like an actual problem, then it was easier for me to like be like, okay, I need to take care of this. Like it's not just me like, okay, I have to stay on top of myself. Like I'm a little kooky.
Yeah.
Then I really started prioritizing like getting better. And that's what I've been working on.
The thing is, when people usually get like, when you think about like eating and shit, people will be like, oh, I got so upset. I just ate so much.
Yeah.
For me, it's the complete opposite.
Yeah.
If I get anxiety, like literally the inch of anxiety, I could go fucking 6 days without eating.
Right. Me too.
Then at the end of that, oh, I feel normal again. I can eat again.
Right.
And then you're going hard.
Right. Like when I go through a breakup, I'm never skinnier in my life.
Oh my God. It's
I'm
the best. It's the best fucking diet in the world.
Disgustingly skinny when
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
going through a breakup.
That's what I need.
I know. I said to CJ, just threaten divorce so I can lose a quick 15.
Move out for a month.
Let me lose this damn weight.
Yep.
And then come back.
Come back. Come back with your shots. Another thing, the next question is, do you feel like you have people that you're comfortable with if you were need to reach out if you were in pain?
Yeah.
And you need to
Yeah,
talk
I
to
definitely
someone?
do. We have a super close family. And a lot of people in our family I feel comfortable enough to call, and you're one of them. And I have a bunch of girlfriends that are like ride or die, that some of them I've been friends with, since like junior high.
Yeah.
Or like if not junior high, like 20 years. Um One of them I just called crying earlier because my dog's an asshole. So yeah, I definitely do feel like I have people, and I think that's really important to make sure that you have people that you can um vent to and rely on and be comfortable with and be vulnerable with.
It's definitely something that you need when you get older too. One of the things I was talking about last night when I was potting was, when you start to get older, you start to realize like your parents are getting older, your family's getting older, your siblings are getting older, and it's never going to be the same. Like the other day I went past my old childhood home.
Yeah.
And I was like, I would love to go inside this house.
Yeah.
Just to hang out. Just to like throw one last party.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
Like whenever I drive through Shirley, because I haven't lived there in so long. Oh my God, I get so nostalgic now. Anywhere I go where I've been.
My childhood town, but I think it's different for me because my parents got divorced.
Yeah.
When I was older, like 26. So like I did have my childhood there with them. But then I love my stepmom. She moved in, and it's just different when it's not like your mom's house anymore. Like it was kind of her stuff and my dad's stuff together. And when it's not like your mom's stuff and your dad's stuff, and like, she switched up decor and stuff like that, it just never felt like my childhood home again. So I feel like that for me has been gone for like a long time.
I vividly remember your childhood bedroom in that house.
It was small.
It was small. You were at the bottom of the steps, and you had a lot of Cortland posters.
Well, they moved me down. I went away to college and I came home and they had moved my whole bedroom to the basement.
Yeah, I would sleep down there when I would come over. You weren't even around.
Yeah, I ran for my life.
I would have loved to go away to college. That's like my biggest redo I would ever want to do.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I didn't go for the full time. I only went 2 years and then I came home. But I feel like in my 20s, I lived enough to be good now.
Same.
Like I don't really need, I'm going to Charleston on Friday, but
This girl goes to vacation once a month. I'm her dog sitter. I would know.
you know what you should have me come? I should come on and do a pod about how I travel on
Finances.
points.
Yes.
Because I went out with my girlfriends on Sunday and they were like, how do you travel all the time? And I was like, I don't pay for my travel. I travel on travel points. I barely ever pay for flights. I barely ever pay for hotels. So I'll come and teach the peeps how to
Leave a comment in the box below if you want to hear a travel episode from Kelly, because
Travel
I
tips.
honestly would love to.
Yeah. I'll teach you all my hacks. You have to travel on travel hacks.
My favorite travel hack is not traveling at all.
That's a great way to save money on traveling.
Just getting
Just-
in the
Just stay right at home.
You're like, oh, you guys are going away, and you sneak into their trunk. That's usually what
Right.
I do.
Well, you come and you have a little staycation at my house.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's
And
all
my
I
dog
need.
bite your vagina.
Meeting Tucker while he's biting my pussy.
It's hard for me to laugh because my pussy actually hurts from him biting it.
We'll talk off camera about this dog.
Yeah. Dog
Um,
trainers, hit me up.
This is where we're going to leave it for today. Stay tuned, because no matter what she says, she's definitely coming back on. We have a lot to come in the next couple of weeks. Stay tuned. Peace out.
You know what is
We should have got into your winery trip. Why were you